What's going on, guys? Today we'll be covering Sunday Night Flips, where we invest in in-pack cards for the first time really every single week. So we're trading the new promo cards every Sunday night as they usually rise into Monday. It's just about timing the low point. I'm going to show you some examples of some cards that I've done that with in the last few weeks. And I'll show you and talk to you about them, why they really rise every single week. So right now, today is Sunday the 12th. Obviously, it's before I've gone skiing, and you will have seen this at a much later date. For example, today we got ourselves this pick here, which I'm going to just quickly show you. Oh dear, it doesn't want to load. It's the campaign pick, which has Road to the Finals, Future Stars, and Centurions. So what has that done? It's caused panic on Future Stars, which means they will rebound because it's just panic selling due to the cards being in a pick and people thinking they're going to get them. So some cards we're seeing some big panic on right now. There's a card like Kalulu, who is down massively. He's down 10k. We're seeing some dips on some other cards here. I think Team 2 had bigger dips. Fagioli is down big, which I'm going to show you as well. Who else is down big? Melia is another one, and even Willock is down a lot. So we're going to quickly take a look at all three of these cards, and I'll tell you what I expect to happen to these cards, and why they have dipped. So today, obviously, these cards have been in picks, not packs. They're not supplied onto the market. This card was a peak at 60k. And he went all the way down. Look at this sharp drop. He's not even in pack. People are obviously getting him from their picks, or they're panic selling him because for some reason someone was using him and now they have one in their club and they're selling it. He's down horrendously. He was at 60k. I would easily be picking this up at this price, easily. And I highly expect this card to go back to 60k in no time. Joe Willock as well. Another example of a card which would be down 44k, under 40k right now, where he was. Easy buy. Lulu. He is all the way down from 90k, easy buy. And you have Fagioli here, it's 44k, and guess what? He's an easy buy because he's 50k. The reason why Sunday Night Flips work so well is usually because we get some sort of gamble SBC these days, such as a hero pick or an icon pick, and they seem to rotate. Today we actually got a campaign pick, so they actually mixed it up a little bit. Whatever is in that pick tends to drop, and also the rest of the market gets panicked if it's really good. But what happens on Monday is something very, very simple, and that is, if you're a casual who doesn't play Weekend League or doesn't finish all 20 games because you're busy, your rewards come through at 9 AM on Monday morning on a Monday, right? This means people are getting a coin injection just like they do during Rivals Rewards. And also, Weekend League is done, so people don't need the sweatiest teams anymore. If anything, all their attention is on is, I'm kind of bored of this game, let me try out some new cards. And they go and buy the new cards. So what do? We look at these cards the night before and we try and capture their low point. For example, these cards right now are definitely on a low point, and I'm sure they will rise tomorrow. While they might not have as much hype as some other cards, they definitely will rise well. Another thing you can also target in these drops on Sunday nights is live cards. For example, so in this current week, Inter Milan plays, Real Madrid play, Man City play, and Forsberg plays. A lot of these cards do play. So what you can do is you can target the live cards on the dip on a Sunday night, because guess what? On Monday, people are going to be going back to the live cards and they will be wanting to invest in these cards. So you need to undercut these guys or buy any dip. That's simply how you trade on a Sunday night fluctuation into Monday. And don't worry, the rise always comes on Monday, because guess what? On Monday, we normally get quite bad content. Either a player SBC, which isn't the best, or we always get upgrade packs, which no one really seems to care too much about to sell the whole club for. So the market tends to just rise for the entire day. I'll show you some examples of where this did happen last week. Let me just pull up one of these teams. Who should we look at? Fabian was actually a mini release, so I can't do that. Maybe, to be fair, I wasn't really tracking this team, so it might be better if I show you a team I was actually tracking. Maybe a Fofana, Raspadori. Let's pull up a couple of these guys. I'll show you how they did overnight. So you can see these cards were at their lowest on Sunday, right? And then obviously these cards steadily rose, but you can see he rose from here into here. It's very easy money. This is all to do with fluctuations here. So this is actually to do with after his game. So this graph isn't the most useful, but you can see here Sunday night he was actually his cheapest. And guess what? He went up 10k on Monday and he kept going. That's how you time a low point. Raspadori, I'm sure, will be quite similar. These cards are kind of strange because they only just rose once they came out, so it's not the best example. Let's look at Fagioli maybe. Nothing, to be honest, nothing really there. Let's keep going. Surely there's got to be something here which follows the exact trend. I haven't really looked at these cards, so this is going to be a bit of a gamble. I'm not really too sure how these guys really moved the last week, but Skriniar probably hit a low point on Sunday. They normally do. And he did not. Ignore everything I'm saying on those cards. But on previous Team of the Weeks and special cards, they definitely hit a low point on Sunday. Even just for an easy 24-hour fluctuation into Monday, you can make yourself some easy coins every single week to make sure you get that low point. And if you do get that low point, you're pretty much safe every single week. Lucas Moura did play last week, so let's see how his card did. We can actually look at the hourly. Obviously after the game, you can see here, Saturday into Sunday. Again, yeah, these cards didn't really move last week, so this is not the best example of a video of cards doing well into Monday, but they do well. And in all honesty, I do predict this entire team to do well. It's all about catching the low point, which is the hardest thing in general. I do have a guide here which I've written out. Another Patreon guide, one of many you'll see on the left here, about how to do Sunday night flips from last year as well. Everything applies. Why do they work? It's because people finish their weekend league. They can't finish them, so they get the free rewards, like whatever they've got so far. When do we buy? We normally buy the in promo pack cards between 9 and 10 PM and 1 AM UK time, as that's normally when they bottom out. It can be much later too, it can be earlier depending on the content. It does look like today will be an example where they'll be lower much later. We'll try and trade these fluctuations. Typically you can buy most impact specials every Sunday and you'll make profit holding them into Monday, and there's no real reason to have to sell into Monday either, as the market really doesn't get much content on a Monday. I'm trying to see if we can really see if any of these cards did rise last week. This team is such a weird team, just not ideal. But I know Fabian rose for sure. I do remember that very, very vividly. He came out and he got crazy cheap. This is an example of mini release doing even better because they have low supply, or just getting simply too cheap. He went from 335 at his low point on Sunday night all the way to an astonishing 500k, and obviously came right back down. Basically went to 400k if you think about it, from 330. Isn't too bad for a flip, and you can see that did work on that card. And there are lots of cards you can do these Sunday night fluctuation trades with, but we are currently investing in all these cards up here, which I'll just show you, and these are basically Sunday night into Monday flips. Di Lorenzo is down hugely, so we basically just buy the dip on any card on a Sunday and you're pretty much safe into Monday. It's one of the easiest fluctuations there are. If you want to be perfect, maybe you can go into fodder before this, sell your fodder for the hero icon pick. If you get the right one and it rises, then you move into flips. So your flips tomorrow, then you start lazy selling throughout the week, and you don't want to hold too many high expensive assets in the lead up to the new promo. In general, being liquid into Sunday has been a good thing recently, but however, I will show you that is an anomaly today, as I think word must have got out this pick was pretty bad, and you'll see most of these cards did actually rise into Sunday. So this guy has risen from Friday from 63 into 71k. Did score today, which could have helped too, but what you can see is that most of these cards do rise really well, and also some of them will rise really well out of packs too, even from any point of any low point. If you look at Saliba, this card obviously was 1.5, he ended up chilling at 1.1, went much lower, marquee matchups low point, really good low point in general for a lot of these cards. He's just gone up, and now you could have bought him at any point here after the first day, and if you just held, you're back in the money. The long-term holding can also be good on these cards, but you need the bad content alongside it for these cards not to collapse. So just be ready for that. But the more expensive cards tend to do well out of packs, but then again it also depends on the next promo. So there's a lot of things that you need to take into account. In general, buying on Sunday night after content is a safe thing to do, especially if you buy anything 20 to 30% down. Normally flip that on Monday for some good profit, and as long as there's no replacement card that has come for the same league or same position, or very, very cheap and very good card, which could hurt the entire market, or a repeatable icon. So you can see there's a lot of variables going on here. But basically, investing in these cards tends to be really, really easy. If you're unsure about trading the impact specials, like currently this team is impacts, go to the ones which aren't impacts, as they will have no additional supply, so people won't pack them from champs rewards. They will also have they will have slightly less demand, but they will have demand nonetheless, and they will rise on Monday, as happens every single week. If you always want to be safe every single week, you can sell all your Sunday flips before 6 PM on Monday. Normally around 2-3 PM UK time is a nice peak. If you think the content's going to be bad, or you know the content's going to be bad, you're ready for these cards to continue to rise throughout the night. Or on Tuesday, where you probably want to start thinking about selling your card before the leaks of the new promo come around, and cashing in that profit, because you never want to be greedy, and the market tends to be kind of flat from Tuesday onwards, which we'll talk about in another video for sure. But other than that, Sunday night flips are really fun, a really good source of income. You can stock up some Team of the Weeks too, or any card impacts. If you even want to try them in Weekend League, buying them late night or Sunday night tends to be a good time, and we cover it on our streams every single Sunday. The link in the description for my Twitch channel. Make sure you're following. We try and trade these cards every week. We of course trade them in our Discord and our Patreon, and I mentioned it on my YouTube video, so make sure you like, subscribe, share the video. Join my Patreon if you want to, or my exclusive trading Discord, or my free one, whatever you want. Links all in the description. Rickers21 on all socials. Thank you for watching, everyone. Hopefully you learned a thing or two. Let me know the feedback in the comments. And never be afraid to lose coins when you're doing flips, because you're only going to learn from losing coins. I've lost many coins in my time and I've made even more. But if you don't lose and pick yourself back up, you will never get back up and keep trading. So don't give up and don't be ashamed, and never be ashamed to share your losses, because it's a lesson. Every time you lose coins, you've learned something. Don't be ashamed. I lose coins still all the time, and you should never be ashamed of it or hide of it, alright? So don't give up and keep trading. And if you ever need any advice, come to me, my Twitch channel, my Discord, whatever, or leave a comment on my videos and I'll try and get back to you and help you out, alright? Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.